Welcome to the Windy City Bender Podcast with your hosts, Nolly, Poetzy, and Jarom.
Bickle.
Passmore.
Yep, that's it. That's it, fellas. You all heard it just there. We just
You guys got some insight.
I just had a moment of, oh my god, I don't know what we named this one, and we just kind of started spitting some out. It probably could have been the Bickle, but I like Passmore instead.
Yeah, we gotta.
Yeah. Steve Passmore.
Make it the Passmore.
Yeah,
Passmore's a nice guy.
that guy was
So-
crazy. Are you kidding me?
No, I've met him, and he was actually one
okay.
of the nicest. Usually the crazy guys
Yeah.
are the nicest people, like the goons and.
Don't fucking point.
Hey, wait, Nolly and I
crazy.
No, Nolly and I watched.
My
a
mother
movie-
had me tested.
The Office. Nice.
No,
Oh, Big
not
man.
even close.
Get a job.
You're right.
No, don't get a job so he can go and rewatch all this shit so he knows what we're referencing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we
I
can
fucked up.
Keep doing podcasts.
Yeah. Speaking of the goons being the nicest guy,
Oh,
Nolly
yeah.
and I watched a movie.
I was telling
a
him
little
about it.
documentary the other day. What was it called?
Ice Guardians.
Ice Guardians. Yeah.
It looks like a good one.
It's on Netflix.
So good.
Highly recommend it. It's
12
about
out of 10 stars
Oh yeah. It's
Easy.
what, like hour 45.
at most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally it's just like it's George Peros, Kevin Westgarth. Starts with an M.
I can't think of any of them.
McDonald's. McDonald's is on there.
Mickey
I
Mac
think.
Mac.
Yeah.
Some of the older guys. Dave Schultz.
Yeah.
The guy from St. Louis.
Kelly Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool, and they just kind of go through.
And then Jay's on there.
Yeah, Jay Burchell,
Yeah.
the writer and director and all that
Star.
shit of Goon.
And the newest
And
member of
they
Letterkenny.
asked they asked the guys if about being called goons, and then they asked Jay,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was like, "No, they're not goons."
Yeah, it was really good. And it basically got into the whole just fighting a place in the NHL, and
It was really cool because like, I mean, most of the people were just like, "Oh yeah, like there's no need for fighting in the NHL. Like there's referees for a reason," and like all the guys are like, like people on our team told us that they felt more comfortable when we were not even playing, just on the bench.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said that like teams would play completely differently when we would be sitting on the bench, and like that's the shit you don't hear unless you're a player. Like that's like if the players don't want to get rid of fighting, then why the fuck should you get rid of fighting? Because if the players want it, then I mean,
and they've talked to the players, and they got their opinions on it. It was what, like 98% said that they wanted fighting to stay in.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think they were talking about, they had some stats about the other European leagues that don't allow fighting, and there's actually a lot more cheap shots and concussions over there because there's
no like there's no like
A
taking
lot of-
account for what you've done kind
exactly.
of thing.
And some of the guys that played in that NHL as fighters, they went over there and they're like, this is a whole fucking new animal because
Yeah.
they didn't know how to, they didn't know how to control themselves after all these cheap shots, not to drop the mitts on them.
And the other thing was they showed a stat. They did a poll with fans, and they said, how many concussions do you think are caused by fights? And 98% of them said, or how many do you think concussions are caused by fights? Yes or no?
95 to 5.
98 to 2.
No, it's 95-5.
I'm almost...
I'm positive it's 95-5.
All right. Just because I'm not all there today, I'm going to take your word for it, but I'm almost positive it was 98. 95 to 5 was the yes. When the yes was 95%. I'm really struggling.
Like 95% of concussions come from fights.
Right, yeah. And then it was actually flip-flopped. 5% of them came from fights and 95 did not.
Yeah.
So it's just completely misconstrued by fans and everybody all over. So
Yeah.
I just thought it was really interesting. It was really cool.
We
and
did an absolute piss poor job. I feel like just describing it.
Yes, we
because
did.
It was amazing,
100%.
and you have to watch it.
Oh yeah, that's I've heard from a
Yeah.
couple people that I gotta check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good.
They
And-
showed a bunch of clips of people just getting smoked with
Oh.
like uppercuts and
Oh,
like
yeah.
just one punch and everything. And like every time Nolly and I were like, oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
So many people just getting bundled
Oh,
and dummied.
it was
It's
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really cool.
And no
Ice
concussions.
Guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Ice Guardians on Netflix.
And I actually put it
100%
on
worth
just
it.
to like kind of preview the first 5 minutes, and after 20 minutes, I was like, "Hey, we're just gonna watch the whole thing." Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So the Passmore.
The Passmore.
We have decided.
I'm Nolly, by the way. Hey.
Oh yeah. Told you it's a rough day today. I'm not all here. Poetzy here along with Nolly
Hey.
and Jarom.
Hey.
Hi. Hey, guys.
I'm here. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Everybody on the struggle bus.
Yeah. Really hard. Really hard today.
So hard. Go on.
My family listens to this.
So does mine.
We're gonna pick up right where we left off with the Blackhawks. Go right into it.
The Blackhawks, huh?
The Blackhawks.
Oh, I thought you said Lack.
No, you said Blackhawks.
Yeah, you did.
But I totally acceptable.
But yeah, it makes sense.
100% acceptable.
Blackhawks. Well, yeah. I guess it kind of.
Biggity black. Biggity. Wick whack.
Hawks played in Philly on Thursday, and didn't go great.
Did they though?
Yeah.
Did they really play?
Yeah.
The Blackhawks to play.
The Blackhawks.
The Blackhawks
yeah.
showed up.
Yeah. Shut up, Jack.
Everybody out there, start tweeting at our Twitter and at Jarom. Just call him Jack.
Yeah.
The more it happens,
Hashtag
though, the more
Jack.
I'm starting to embrace it, though. So I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
a
what they
lie.
all say. That's what you tell. That's what you tell a bully to get him away from you.
I think it's funny. I don't know.
it's funny. My name's Jack.
As he wipes a tear from his
Yeah.
eye.
Watch YouTube. I'm not.
He's carving "fuck you" dice in the table.
People are so lost right now.
Actually, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, fuck you,
Fuck
dude.
you, dude. Yeah. Yeah, Hawks and Philly. Hawks got out to a real rough start and it didn't get much better from there.
Yeah.
Down 2-0. 12 minutes into the first.
Both goals of which were just
Literally carbon copies of each other.
yeah, just throw it far side and 1T.
Yep.
And I mean they were both rockets, but
Mm-hmm.
you got to be covered. You can't be allowing passes to get thrown through
Yeah.
the entire middle of your own zone. That can't happen.
Yeah. Got to be covered. And like you said, it was a rocket, but Crow saw it the whole way. Got to get a piece of it at least.
And then the second one, it was the same exact play.
Yep.
Like, come on, guys, figure it out.
Yeah. And then third goal in the second period, 3 minutes in, Sean Couturier makes it 3-0. The way that the Hawks have been going, I think it was like 170 minutes of gameplay of 0 5-on-5 even strength goals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad.
And then of all people,
Enter Connor Murphy.
yeah,
Of all people, yeah.
of all people.
And just a complete broken play, too. He just threw it towards the net, and Brian Elliott is very bad, so it went in.
That was a big game though for him to score. You guys
Murphy?
heard this? Yeah.
Yeah.
His mom's trip, so his mom was there, and his dad coaches on the Flyers.
Oh.
So if you're gonna have your first goal,
Yeah.
I guess that's
Do
the
it
time
when
to
you're
do
down
Suck it,
3-0.
Dad.
when everybody's
To your
there.
dad.
Yeah, I know. Hawks threw 39 shots on net.
Yeah.
I feel like they throw a lot of pucks on net.
But none of them are really high quality.
No, they're not.
Chances. A lot of them are from the perimeter just to throw them on net. And then there's
Yeah.
absolutely nobody in front for rebounds or
No.
screening.
It's all one and done.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Philadelphia ended up having 31 on net.
Rough going the face-off.
Oh, boy, yeah, I totally forgot about that.
67 to 32% in the draws.
Yeah, that's brutal.
That's definitely not going to help your game at all.
Not in the slightest.
And then going 0 for 4 on the power play.
Well, it doesn't help. How many times did our centers get kicked out again, though?
Typical Taves.
It wasn't just Taves, though.
But at this
No, I
point,
know.
I
but
mean,
it's
it
just-
was almost every single one of our centers was getting kicked out again.
At this point, though, should we be more pissed off with the rule, or is more pissed off with the players that not adapted
well, I'm kind of
yet?
pissed off at the players.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Because it's like I don't see any other team getting tossed as much as
No.
we do.
We are 2 months into the season, just about.
Figure it out.
Let's go.
0 for 4 on the power play.
Yeah.
That's about average.
Yeah.
Just continuously declining percentages. They're 30th in the league in power play.
Somebody, I think it was
And it's
last
like, thank God there's 31
Yeah,
teams
I think
now.
last year was like, bad news, we're 30th. Good news, there's 31 teams now.
Yeah.
Go away. I don't want to. I'm watching the game. Leave me alone. Thank you.
Wow.
It pops up right here and it's like, oh, live now. Watch
Oh.
2 minutes. It's like, now I can't fucking do anything else because you want me to watch a stupid video.
It's not a stupid video. It's a hockey game.
Yeah, well, I'm watching it already. So
No, we're
leave me
not.
alone. Yeah, no, we're totally not watching the Hawks right now.
Hawks in Carolina meeting up with oh boy, Tavo, TVR,
Kruger.
I didn't,
Darling.
was Kruger out there?
Yeah, he got a
I
penalty.
didn't see him very
The
much.
Hurrah Hawks.
Yeah. Darling.
It's like you tried to throw up there.
Hurrah Hawks.
That's what happens 90% of the time that I watch.
I think it's that it was like 25% of the Carolina Hurricanes that we played on Saturday are former Blackhawk
Yeah.
members.
It just popped up right now. All right. Hawks are 28th on the power play and they're at 14%.
Well, that's
Currently.
thanks to the last few games.
Yeah.
That New Jersey game really helped.
But remember, not watching the games, we don't know
No,
what's going
yeah,
on.
totally
right now.
not.
I have no idea.
I made up
Crawford
that
did
stat
not
off
just
the
make a
top of my
sick
head.
save or anything on the power play. Damn it.
Shut
boys.
up.
Power play.
Hawks and
on.
Canes, once again, really terrible start. Well, actually, I take that back. Sauter had a not shootout, penalty shot. Yeah.
Darling.
Figure it out over
I
there.
know.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, that doesn't make it a good period.
No, but it had the potential for a really nice start.
They at least
That
had
happened,
one
what,
scoring chance.
2 minutes in.
Yeah.
Get a goal, get in
Yeah.
Darling's head a little bit. Maybe you pump in 4, 5, 6. But
7, 8, 9,
10, 11, 12.
13, 14,
Do you think there was
15.
any going into the game? Did you think that there was anything to get like? Was there how best way to say this? Was there like a revenge against your former team type thing from Darling?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's not.
regardless of
It's-
how
it's-
it came, it like it was
Right.
under good
Yeah.
terms and all that.
You
but-
always want to play better against the people that you know and the team that you played for once before. You know?
Yeah, and it's not. Even though like it wasn't like a hateful
No.
trade
Yeah.
or anything like that. It was.
It was just ramped up
It was
a
an
little bit.
understanding.
The energy was ramped up a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, he wants to show off in front of his old team. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would do the same thing. I feel like most people would, especially professional athletes.
Yeah. Brock McGinn. What the hell? The guy has scored in, up to that point, I think it was 4 straight games.
Yeah.
He got number 4 and number 5.
Yep.
The 5th one was a disgusting backhand. Pat Foley didn't even know it went in. That might be because he's kind of old now, but it was sick. I thought for sure we had Colorado Avalanche, Anton Forsberg, after the first few minutes. Those first two goals were pretty ugly, I think. And then what you got going on over there?
I was watching the goal. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot how pretty it was.
Oh, the Brock McGinn's goal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bright spot. DeBrincat gets 2.
2 big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was good.
And the assist on the winner.
Mm-hmm. Gustav Forsling, his second game
First.
back? First?
Oh no.
Yeah,
second
game,
game,
I
first
think.
goal.
Yeah, first goal.
Yeah. Plus an
Tied it
apple.
up. Why did that goal go in, you guys? Net front presence.
Yep. Getting pucks in the net with people in front of the net.
Darling couldn't see shit.
Yep.
Net front presence.
Yep.
And then Brandon Saad makes up for not scoring on the penalty shot and goes 5-hole on Darling, who
5-hole Belgi.
wasn't very happy about it.
No. But DeBrincat
So good.
Made that entire play happen.
Yes, he did.
And he looked good doing it.
Mm-hmm. He pulled up, went towards the middle, and pulled 2 Hurricanes toward him, and saw it happen.
And Sod was just
Beautiful
wheeling along
little
the
drop.
side by himself. Yep.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Yeah.
He
That was
definitely
very
had a
nice.
great game.
Yes, he did.
That was like his coming out party. Like, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Nobody else is doing shit. Let me go.
Yeah.
Dog shit in the face off again.
Yeah, no
65
kidding.
to 34. That's rough.
Not good.
Over 4 again on the power play.
Yeah. But at least
also
we're getting
rough.
5-on-5 goals now.
Yeah, well,
That makes me happy a little bit.
yeah, it helps, I guess.
Forsberg with his first win.
Yes. He ended up turning it around, figuring his life out a little bit.
Which is something he needed to do.
And you know what?
That's for sure.
Hockey Twitter, Blackhawk fans, they need to pump the brakes a little bit about freaking out about Forsberg.
I don't know why they are.
I've seen a lot of people freaking out saying that he's the reason why we're not going to go to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
The
too.
guy that's played in 4 games so far?
With this kind of backup, you're not going to win a Stanley Cup. Well, okay, who plays in all the playoff games?
Yeah. Except for the 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
But Forsberg is a great goalie. He hadn't played. He's only played 3 games, right? That was
No.
game 3.
4.
No.
This was 4.
This was 5, I think.
4.
Toronto.
5 games played. Or 4 he
Edmonton.
started. He's started
Yeah,
4
4
games.
started.
And he's been in another one.
The last one he went into.
And people honestly, I can see why they kind of get frustrated with him, because it's like, well, you're frustrated because of our backups we've had. Darlene, Ranta, we've
Right.
had some good backups. This isn't the same team in front of him that Darlene and Ranta had.
That's the thing, because his first 2 games, he should have won.
Yeah.
He looked
100%.
great, and the team just
And he was
played
the
like
one
dog
and
shit
he was the
around.
one carrying them those 2 games.
Exactly, and now the roles are reversed, and everybody wants him out of town. So
The
Which
kid's
is ridiculous.
the kid's 15 games into his career,
Yeah.
yeah,
getting thrown into a weird situation.
you're right, boss.
So
Yeah.
I don't like that I can't see it. So let's
See
pump
what?
Yeah.
There's nothing going on.
So let's just pump the brakes a little bit on Forsberg is the cause of all our problems. Relax.
We all know what the real
Yeah, no,
cause
that's
is.
not the cause of all of our problems. Cause of all of our problems is the fact that we can't put the puck in the net,
And our defense.
Yes.
and our defense sucks.
So,
Although we were able to put the puck in the net on Sunday against the
Everybody was able to put the puck
really
in the net.
really very good New Jersey Devil team.
And not see that happening.
we could put the puck in the net, but not as many times as they could.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate.
When you
Crawford
score-
finally has a bad one.
When you score 5 goals in a game, you should not lose.
Yeah.
100% you should not lose.
Yeah. Jan Ruda might have been the best Blackhawk.
He had a game for
On
himself.
Sunday.
He definitely had a game for himself that game.
How did they not give that first goal to him? It didn't touch
It
Anisimov.
looked like it did.
It looked, but if like you went back, because they can go back and change it like throughout the game.
Well, it changed like 3 different times. It went from Anisimov's goal to Ruda's goal back to Anisimov's.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that first goal, I thought it looked like Anisimov was just bad. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna count.
Yeah.
And
but
then they
he
showed it.
missed.
Then they showed another thing. Yeah, he just completely whiffed.
Yeah.
Kind of like the just definition of Anisimov
Yeah.
season right now.
Yeah.
In the Blackhawks. Oh.
Miles Wood tied it up for the Devils. He ended up having a hat trick on Sunday.
Did you see? There's somebody at the game with a sign saying, "We came here to see a hat trick." And somebody tweeted that picture, and they were like, "Well, be careful what you wish for." And they show Miles Wood. It's like
That's good stuff.
Caro's goal.
Carroll's goal was pretty.
DeBrinket's first? Did he have
Yeah.
2?
No, he only
Yeah,
had
just
one.
one.
The one.
All because
Yeah.
of Nick Schmaltz.
Yeah. What a play by Nick Schmaltz.
Yeah.
Um,
Taylor Hall.
Taylor
mind
Hall of
you.
all people.
Like that
yeah.
wasn't just
from New Jersey.
some shitty
all
third
people
liner.
Taylor Hall. Yeah, great pickpocket right at center ice, and then just turns, wheels, draws 2 defenders towards him, and just feeds DeBrinket backdoor, basically. But he's like in the slot, and he just rips one home.
Yep.
But
It's on a stick for maybe a millisecond.
Yeah, and that I tweeted it out. I was like, that's exactly what Schmaltz and DeBrincat need to be doing. Schmaltz needs to pickpocket people, make plays happen, and DeBrincat just needs to put the fucking puck home. And that was like, oh my god, this is great. This is exactly what I was hoping we would see all year.
It was like a nice little glimpse of like, oh shit, that's gonna be like the next
That's the future
5
of the
years
Blackhawks.
right there.
Yeah, so I mean that was a really good goal to see all around.
Yeah. Hawks end up jumping out to a 4-1 lead thanks to goals from Ruda and Caro to round out the first. Ruda's was on a power play, but
Power play bingo.
Miles Wood, very late in the period, makes it 4-2,
Ugh.
which is it's such a killer. Goals within like the last 2-3 minutes, of a period.
Especially when you're scoring a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and like the period's almost over, and you're about to be like getting in the locker room all high and buzzing, and then that just kind of shuts you down.
And boy, did it shut them down.
Yeah. Because the Devils came back and scored 4 straight goals in the second period, effectively ending Corey Crawford's night. But Patrick Kane gets off the schneid with 3 seconds to go in the second, making it 6-5. Another PPG, another point for Ruda.
And that was
Another point for Schmaltz.
And Schmaltz.
that Kaner goal was such a lucky one too.
Yeah, it was. He blindly threw that one towards the net and just happened to go in.
Those are the types of goals that you get out of slumps with.
Yeah,
like they're never pretty when you're not in a slump. When you're in a slump, nothing ever seems to be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're feeling it, everything you can make anything happen.
Yeah.
But so I mean, hopefully that's what Kaner needed. Just one little one to get him going.
Hawks make the goalie change there in the third. Miles Wood puts it home for his hat trick, and the Hawks can't get anything else past Keith Kincaid, the guy that they put up 4 in one period on.
The backup. Not even Schneider,
Yep,
like
the backup. But I feel like trending in the right direction.
No.
I feel like we're getting back to, maybe not defensively, but I feel like the Hawks are getting back to their scoring touch. Pucks are finally starting to fall.
So basically what they're proving, though, is that it doesn't matter how many goals we score, our defense is still going to falter us.
Yeah, but that's why we got Crawford in that.
Yeah, but obviously he can't stand on his head every night.
I don't care.
Any more brain busters?
You suck.
Yeah, prove it.
No.
Exactly.
No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like our defense, it's bad, but it's not so bad to where if, obviously the Hawks aren't going to score 5 goals every night, but if they start putting pucks in the net, they're going to get a feel for it. That's going to be 3-4 every game.
Yeah, but
I feel
still,
like
though,
with
it's
Crawford
like,
and net, we're going to win those games.
No,
At
I
least
don't-
80%
no,
of them.
I don't think so.
Mm.
I think
Then they get to the playoffs and get knocked out first round.
this lack of defense
I
is
feel like
what's-
that's gonna happen no matter
This
what.
lack of defense is just
It's too much to overcome.
Crawford is not going to be able to be the one bailing out this defense for as long as he has been already.
He can only
Like-
carry Price it for so long before he turns into this year's Carey Price.
I don't know. I have faith.
I don't know. It's just watching the defense. Like honestly, just focusing on the defense. Not saying that they're all bad. I mean, it's just a mixture of older guys that aren't in their prime anymore and younger guys that haven't had enough experience. I
They're
feel
just
like
getting
And it's
tossed into it.
Yeah, and I mean that's what happens when you have a dynasty like the Hawks did. This is where you're at. I mean, the salary cap screwed them.
Well,
and
I
it's
feel
just-
like Jan Ruda, a guy like Jan Ruda and Gustav Forsling, I feel like they're going to end up finding their game this year.
they could
With
yeah.
how many games that they're going to end up playing.
And I'm like I
This
said,
year,
not
yeah.
everybody's terrible. I mean,
Right.
I think Ruda's been I think
Ruda's been
Ruda's
good.
great.
I like Forsling.
Forsling's been good when he's here,
Yeah.
when he's
But
healthy.
the thing with them though is I like them as much as you guys do, but they're not game-changing defensemen,
They're
and I
not-
don't think they're going to be that this year.
They're not a top 4 right
Yeah.
now,
No.
but they
Yet.
are.
We have
Yeah,
the way
they
I look
have
at
to
it,
be
we
right now.
have 3 lines of almost third line pairing, maybe a second line pairing with Siebes and Keith. I don't feel like we have any top 2D.
And with Siebes and Keith, it's like,
Right. It's
when New Jersey, there was about 5 plays where they entered the zone, all coming down on Keith's side, and they were wheeling along the boards, and they got either around him or just stopped, and he kept moving into the corner, and they had all time, like all day, or they just went straight at him and went right around him. Like he didn't. I thought he was terrible against New Jersey. He did not look good at all. Could barely cover anybody and didn't win like any board battles.
Yeah.
He was just not good. He's not good. He's not. And like you can keep saying that, oh, he has Norris trophies, Conn Smythe. I don't give a fuck. He's not good. Like he's a very mediocre defenseman. And I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
I don't mean to go on a rant, but he fucking sucks. If you watch the game, like just every game, you just focus in when he's on the ice, just watch him. He coughs the puck up more than anybody else on the Blackhawks. And he doesn't win any board battles.
That's one of the bigger problems that not many people are talking about. The amount of battles the Hawks lose.
Yeah.
Not just defensively, but like in the offensive zone too.
Any loose puck.
Oh man, blue
Yeah.
lines, Hawks don't win. Blue
Yeah.
lines, yeah,
Yeah, they're not playing simple hockey.
no, not at all.
And that's what it all comes down to at the end of the day.
Well, coming up, Hawks have the Rangers, and then they got Pittsburgh, and then it doesn't get
Shitsburg.
that is going to be
Doesn't
a
get-
fucking statement game for Pittsburgh, I think.
well. It gets a lot harder because they go into Tampa after that.
Oh god.
Hey, at least it's not a back-to-back like it has been where you're in Florida and then the next night you're in Tampa. Like, how lucky is Tampa for all those back-to-backs?
Yeah, I know.
And they're in the second of the back-to-back. But yeah, on the road in Pitt, you got a couple days, and then on the road in Tampa, got a couple days on the road against Florida, and then at home against Anaheim. I mean, at this point, you can't even say Florida's an easy win.
Yeah, I can.
No, you
No.
can't. You really can't. I mean, they got one of the most all-time winning goaltenders of all time.
Shut up.
The
I love
fourth-
Roberto Luongo,
the
but
fourth.
he is not. Oh, he's not that good.
Oh, really?
How many NHL wins do you have?
Yeah.
I don't
How many
have any.
AHL wins do you have?
I'm happy about that.
Okay. Okay, Coach Andy.
It's Coach Poetz.
No, it's Coach Adam.
So another like big debate going on. I think we talked about it last episode or a couple episodes ago. Q, Spowman, all that kind of stuff. Any of that change a little bit quarter of the way of the season?
No. I mean, obviously, somebody's on the hot seat. The hot seat.
Who do you
We just don't know
think who's on the hot seat? Who in your opinion who do you think's on the hot seat more?
Boats.
It does make sense that Q would be on the hot seat, but it does sound. I can't remember where I read it. It's killing me, but I can't remember where I read it. But they said that it sounds from at the Hawks camp that Bowman's seat is hotter than Q's.
As it should be.
Yes and no. Because, I mean, looking at the team last year, it was a good team. Like, even though, Stan does give out rough contracts and isn't that great working with the salary cap. I mean, they had a great team last year. They won their division. They were top in the Western Conference. They played the lowest seeded team in the Western Conference, obviously, and they got swept. They didn't even look good doing it. So, I mean, and when it comes down
He had to do something.
when it comes down to that, that's not on Stan.
No,
That's
no.
100% on Q.
Yeah.
That's Q not preparing for the Preds. That's Q and his players just not being in the games. That's honestly, that's too much. I don't want to go full Batman here, but victory has defeated the Blackhawks.
And you know what? The reason I keep saying that Stan, I believe, should be on the hot seat, and it goes back to what you were saying, the mismanaging the cap. What's the most frustrating thing is looking at this and, doing armchair GM, looking like, okay, who can we move, to try to, get something. We can't. With the deals he's made and how he's mismanaged our cap, there's nothing.
It brings me back to the Dale Talon days.
Mm-hmm.
Dale got axed out just for something exactly like that.
No, he forgot to do paperwork.
Well, but it was also the bad contracts
that was
too.
On assistant GM Stan Bowman, too.
Yeah, but he did it on purpose to make Dale Talon look bad.
No, I know. But I'm just saying,
low-key hot take. 10 years later.
I just think that no matter what, it's like, even if we wanted to go into rebuild mode, not saying we need to, but I'm just saying, like,
not.
even if we wanted to, there's no way, because it's like, either if we're gonna move some of these guys, first we're gonna have to convince somebody to take on one of these contracts. Then we're gonna have to find a way where we can eat X amount, and then we're gonna have to somehow convince
The player,
because every goddamn person has a goddamn no movement clause. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's tough.
there's no reason why Keith or Seabrook should have had a no movement clause in the latter years of their contract.
Yeah, and I mean, we've said it before. The Seabrook contract still makes zero fucking sense to me. At his age, signing him for how long they did for almost $7 million, that's just dumb.
Bickle.
Bickle. At least he learned his lesson. Didn't re-sign Shaw. But like I said, I mean, he still puts good teams on the ice. He still gives opportunity to Q to make the team successful. And I think it's just these players are just too comfortable with Q. I think they need something to shake them up.
I almost think it should be a whole coaching front office.
Well,
I mean,
that
coaching,
just,
that's every other year
the
the coaches are
organization
done
that
except for
looks
Q.
like, holy shit,
We're done.
Sound the alarms.
Yeah,
Nah,
Sound the alarms.
We're
We
not
got
Montreal
both of them
over
gone
here.
now. Oh my god.
So, would you say?
Bring back Dale Talon. Is what I'm saying.
I would.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I would love
I
that.
would love to have Talon back.
And also just get rid of Q and
Do you remember
find
the
something.
standing O he got at the draft?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That
yeah.
was great.
Because everybody knows.
But okay, so would it be Q goes first, and if the team doesn't respond to the new guy, then it's okay, Bowman. Time for you to go, so we can.
No,
rebuild?
it's a carousel of coaches. That's it. Just one coach every year, 1 year deals.
And just Bowman's just.
Yeah, it can't be Bowman. You just keep beating the dead horse.
Yeah.
Let's get
You just
Scotty.
gotta.
Pull Scotty Bowman out of retirement.
No, yeah, I think that's how it goes. That's how it goes in the NHL, though. I mean, team starts to fall. They don't live up to expectations, and coach goes. Team either gets a little hot and then silences, or they stay hot and they do well. And in the case if they don't, if the coaching change doesn't change the team, it's on the GM then.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the most frustrating thing too is seeing other contracts that get signed, like the tourist contract that just got signed in Nashville, 6 years, $6 million, no movement clause. How Dave Olea come to Chicago?
I feel like,
What?
Poyle.
yeah,
I was
well,
super confused. I didn't even hear a word come out. It
Poile.
just sounds.
Poile.
Just saying sounds.
All I know is that dude. He's
Sounds.
got some great fucking negotiation
Yeah,
skills.
he's good.
I feel like, I guess it's kind of dumb, but at the same time, Bowman kind of made those moves just because he wanted this core together, and he didn't want to move any of them. Like, if that makes sense, you know? I mean, obviously, it
But,
comes
yeah.
down to him in the end not moving anybody, but it's just kind of like, yeah, we'll re-sign you, and, like, we want you as a Hawk forever, so we'll throw you the no-movement clause.
Another thing that worries me about Bowman, too, is I feel like he's stubborn enough that he won't move certain players just to try to prove a point, too. You know? Because you hear the reports about how
I don't know.
him and Q were just going at it. They're being a little stubborn about who plays, how, you know, all that kind of stuff.
I don't know about that. I mean, the guy fucking shipped Hjalmarsson off to Arizona.
And Panarin. Got Panarin now.
Yeah, but Panarin didn't really have. I feel like Hjalmarsson was. I
think
worse
Panarin was
how long Hjalmarsson
yeah.
was here.
Yeah,
I think
but
Panarin was the first time I was like, well done, Bowman.
Yeah. At first, I was like, fuck, because, like, Saad was coming back, and I was just sick of repeat Hawks coming back, but I was like, that's actually a good move.
Yeah.
Because they got, you signed for the long term, the $6 million versus Panarin, who was going to be due up.
Yeah.
And then you got Forsberg out of it, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But, yeah, you don't see the stars getting traded much from Bowman.
Well, you don't see that very often on any team, unless they're disgruntled, a la Matt Duchene.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Nothing could happen.
Like,
the Hawks could figure their shit out, and nothing could happen.
Yeah. But, I mean, they always say, I forget what this exact stat is, but if you're in the playoffs by Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
you're pretty much going to be in the playoffs at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And right now,
Not looking good.
no. I mean, we're only 2 points out of the last wild card spot as of right now. So
I'm not losing my mind yet, guys. It's fine. I'm not throwing in the towel.
Yeah.
No, you guys are crazy.
That's what it sounded like.
I mean, we're a quarter of a way through the season almost. Like that. I mean, it's just getting to the point where it's like, yeah, it's you got to start actually looking like, oh shit, something's going on. Because I mean, a couple weeks ago, it's like, oh, should we be freaking out? No, it's early. You know, there's a lot of hockey, but
Yeah, it's time. It's time to just start thinking about things, as we all are.
So let's move on, because this is making me want to cry.
Like the good kind of cry.
Yeah. Hockey Hall of Fame had their induction ceremony on Monday, and it was Dave Andreychuk getting inducted, Danielle Goyette. This dumbass signed the scroll. She signed it on the wrong line. She signed it underneath where she was supposed to. She signed it, I think, on like Paul Correa's.
Everything.
Yeah, she signed it. So it went Dave Andreychuk and then Danielle Goyette,
It was blank.
and it was blank. And then she signed the one underneath hers, which I think was.
I think it was Paul Correa.
Was it Correa? Yeah, it was Paul Correa's.
So then
And it
everybody
ruined
else
the
was
entire
underneath.
thing.
And then whoever was on the bottom had to sign like the bottom of the page.
Yeah, I was like, you idiot! How do you do that? How do you screw that up? What an idiot! So Correa got in. Jeremy Jacobs, Mark Recchi, Teemu Solani, Dave Strader.
Mark Recchi, well deserved, 100%.
Mark Recchi's starting to
He's
fill
in,
out like
the top 10.
starting to fill out like Keith Kachuk.
Oh yeah, he's in like the top 10 point getters of all time
Yeah.
or something like that. Like how could he not be in the Hall of Fame? But yeah, I think it's just fitting that Correa and Solani going together.
Oh yeah,
Like that's just awesome.
that was yeah.
You could tell that they just had a blast this weekend just being back with each other. So that was really cool.
Well, how about that game that they play? Korea back on the ice.
Him and Stevens,
He was lined up with Stevens.
Yeah, I thought.
they shook hands.
Shook hands. They sat on the bench with each other.
I was
They-
talking to Dice. I was
was-
like, during the handshake line, Steven should have just like hid behind the guy in front of him, like jumped out and scared the shit out of Paul Correa. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, and then I said it'd be funnier if it was the other way around and Correa scared the shit out of Stevens.
or if they just did like the John Scott, Patrick Kane All-Star fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That'd be great too.
Although
That would-
Correa,
that would-
Correa probably would have got
That would.
concussion.
I would say that would backfire big time
Yeah.
on Korea.
Correa would toe pick.
Yeah.
Um,
Pull enough.
yeah, but I guess that's the first time that they've talked since Game 7. And Korea doesn't remember Game 7, obviously. So
Yeah, I'm surprised he remembers who Scott Stevens is.
yeah, well, how could you not?
Yeah.
You don't forget a Mack truck that size.
I just think of him like the concussion episode of Blue Mountain State when like Thad Castle's got stuff written on him. I just feel like somewhere Korea just has, remember you hate Scott Stevens. So he like wakes up every day like.
Did you ever see
yeah.
Not Another Teen movie? The big guy. You're like 9 concussions away from like death, and then they like open a locker and hit him in the head. He just drops and is just dazed looking around. It's like up down to 8.
So who gets in next year? Here's
besides
the list.
Broder, besides you just don't even.
Well, here's the list. Marty Broder.
Before we move on,
Okay, yeah, no, totally.
If you didn't watch the induction ceremony, they had some really good speeches.
Yes, they
So,
did.
I just wanted to
They
say
had some
that
real
out there.
good ones.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Also, I was really happy that Dave Andrewchuk got in
yeah.
because he's also very overlooked
Oh yeah.
a lot.
Slower than Malakis. What is that? The
Molasses.
molasses with
Malakis.
Malaka.
I think that's a Pokemon.
I think that's part of that Key and Peele. Balake.
Balaka.
Malakas. So here's the list for 2018 that NBC Sports has an article about. Marty Brodeur, Daniel Alfredson, Marty St. Louis, Sergei Zubov, Alex Mogilny, Boris Mikhailov, Jeremy Roenick, Keith Kachuk, Chris Osgood, Curtis Joseph, Doug Wilson, Theo Fleury, and Pierre Turgeon. I feel like if Roenick gets in, he's going to want Wilson to get in.
I don't think
Because he and
I don't
Dougie
think-
Wilson are super close.
I don't think this is Roenick's year.
I don't think so either.
Um,
Not
I
yet.
feel like Roenick's
He'll
gonna
get in.
be yeah,
He
but
will
I feel
get
like it's
in
gonna
for
be like a
sure.
last. It's gonna be when there's like a slow year.
No.
You don't
I
think
don't-
so?
I don't see how you can keep looking past Theo.
I know. I want Theo in there.
Marty, St. Louis.
St. Louis got to be in. I
You
mean,
got to
just
throw St. Louis in there.
undrafted to what he did.
Yeah.
You have to let him in.
Alfie, too.
First ballot.
Alfredson, yeah,
Yeah.
Marty St. Louis is a first ballot guy. I think he is. Alfredson, he's got to be in there.
Kachuk, probably, too.
How many do they usually do? 4?
That's what I was about to ask. Is there a limit to how many they can induct?
Well, we forgot to put in Marty Brodeur in that, too, because you know Marty's getting in.
Oh,
So
first
yeah.
ballot.
Marty, and then St. Louis, Brodeur, St. Louis,
Probably Alfredson after him.
Alfredson, and maybe Cujo.
No.
Or
I'm going to go
Osgood?
Doug Wilson.
Uh,
I'm going to go Doug Wilson. Honestly, Mogilny. How do we go over Alex Mogilny? He
Yeah,
was
but
filthy.
how do you go over Fleury?
Yeah, I'm looking at Fleury. 7-time All-Star, gold at World Junior Championship, Canada Cup, and Olympics, silver at the World Championships and World Cup of Hockey, and a 1989 Stanley Cup winner.
That's a good resume.
And he did that all,
Standings of irrelevance?
and he did that all with Crohn's disease.
All right, we get it now. We get why you like him so much.
Yeah, I know.
And he had one of the sickest sellies of all time, if I'm
Theo?
not mistaken. The drop to the knees, fucking arm pumps, almost Hosa-like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. JR did that, too.
Yeah, well, Theo did it first.
Okay, so if we're gonna do this stats
I
of
don't know that for
I don't-
sure.
I
I
don't
just said
think
it.
he did.
if we're doing standings of irrelevance, do we want to do?
Are we keeping track
I'm
still?
gonna say,
or
are
is
we
that a
picking all
thing?
4? Or are we just picking one person that we think's gonna get in?
No, let's give a list of all 4.
Okay.
So then it'll be out of 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let me pull up a pad so I can keep track of this. Poets, you're first.
There's a bird in here.
Is there?
Yeah.
Marty Brodeur.
Curveball, no Broder.
Marty St. Louis.
Does he go in as the Blues legend?
Oh, God, no.
And St. Louis goes in as a Ranger?
That would be the ultimate fuck
Do they
off
do that
to
for
Tampa.
hockey?
No, they don't.
Okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah, they do that for baseball.
Uh,
Because they were asking, one of the podcasts, they were asking one of the guys getting inducted this year what team they would pick. It was Andrewchuk. Because he was like, I had so many great years in Carolina, right? Or I can't
No.
remember where he was. And then he's like, but then I won the cup in Tampa. So it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know why you would. I mean, I guess it makes sense for baseball though, because they have to wear the hat
Yeah, that's true.
So that makes sense. But anyway,
All right,
we'll move
two
on.
more.
Alfredson,
The two Martys and Alfie.
2 Martys, Alfie, and Dougie Wilson.
All right, Nolly. Do I just put down Broder in St. Louis?
And Alfie. And
See, this is what I'm saying. We shouldn't we should just do one because we all.
Do you think it's St. Louis, Alfie, and
That's who I think the
Broder?
top. Yeah, for sure. Those three.
Okay, so we're going off the fourth.
So you're Wilson.
I feel like they're gonna do a goalie, but at the same time, I don't know.
Not if Marty's already getting in.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. I'll go Theo.
Theo.
Yeah,
Wrong.
bet.
We are.
Another side bet.
No.
Kind of want to go Boris.
I love.
Okay. Yeah, that's-
No, I'm gonna stick with.
Sorry, I got into that one.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Boris. I feel he's due.
Honestly, that's a good one though, because I feel like they try to mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
Bring in at least one guy from
Mother
international,
Yeah,
not at all NHL, since it is
Yeah.
the Hockey Hall of Fame, not the NHL Hall of
and
Fame.
that dude was a fucking beast.
Yeah,
He was.
Pav against whoever of. So, a little mere quote for you.
Yeah, and as
Not a
NBC
big
Sports put
deal.
here, that a lot of people forget, it's not the NHL Hall of Fame, it's Hockey Hall of Fame.
I just said that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Sorry.
like literally just said it.
Sorry, I'm zoning.
So
Sorry.
in case you were wondering, we're doing a podcast now.
Yeah.
If you want to join,
Sit in your little room.
yeah,
I will.
get out of your corner.
It'll be empty soon. Don't worry.
Usually there's a woman that also gets inducted, like there was this year, and
Maybe not after.
yeah, I know she signed it on the wrong freaking line, and one of our former interviewees, Kendall Coyne, is making a pretty good case of getting on there because she just had one of the most unreal goals in that little tournament.
4 Nations.
4 Nations, yes.
Mhm.
Thank you. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to say the 4 Seasons, but I was like, that's nope,
No, that's
nope.
air
That
conditioning.
is weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's making a name for herself. That's for
Mhm.
sure.
She, yeah, had,
She came down on the right wing side, came in on her backhand. Oh, she was literally almost below the goal line, and she went and shelved it right above the goalie's shoulder, and then
it was.
did the Patrick
It
Kane.
was the
It was a
Kane.
Kane.
It was the Kane goal against Pittsburgh, Game 1.
And Kane Sully pointing
Yeah.
off.
Mhm.
Pointing off. So it was, that was cool. That was a great goal. They won 5-1 to beat Canada for the championship.
Yeah.
Isn't it like I think I saw something that was like the 4th time in a row they've beat Canada.
Since the Olympics, I'm pretty sure.
Good.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Trying to see if I could find her stats really quick that she had. 'Cause I think every game she had some sort of goal or at least a goal or assist.
I'm not sure, but yeah, she's doing really well. And hopefully she keeps it up.
It'd
And
be
so,
neat.
same with USA, because fuck Canada. Oh, did you see USA's national team? Like, that's going to go to the Olympics, lost to Germany.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
They went over 3 that little tournament they were doing.
Yes, they did.
So men's, I don't think I'm gonna be watching men's hockey this.
I'll be
I'll still
watching
watch
the
it.
All-Star game.
I'll still watch it.
Well, maybe not USA. I'll watch like the good hockey, Russia, Sweden.
Well, Russia's not even going to be that good.
That's true. The KHL can't go.
Yeah. I'll watch Sweden.
You know what it's going to be like? It's going to be like watching the Vegas goaltenders now trying to play a hockey game. That's what it's going to look like. They are now on their 6th goaltender.
Is it the kid from the W that
Yeah.
they called up?
Yes.
Get the fuck. Could you imagine you get drafted and you like go back to play junior, probably your last year in junior, and it's like, nope, you're calling up, bud, and you're just like, yeah, okay.
And like he's probably
I'm ready for the
just starting
show.
to like feel good about himself. Like, yeah, I could totally do. Like, I'm sitting on the bench. This is awesome. I deserve to be. He's hurt. Right now, he got hurt. Right now,
He's gonna go.
I gotta go in.
and James Neal's gonna bar down on him, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, this is gonna be the
What
rest
I
of the
felt,
night."
what I felt so bad is that he tweeted out "dreams come true," and it's the game last night. Him
Yeah.
saying that, I'm like, Scoreboard's 8-2, bud.
Yeah, no, your save percentage is 50.
Hey, dreams come true, but nightmares are still dreams.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if he's gonna even play because Subban was back at practice today.
I saw that. I'm not sure if he's
Fleury
cleared
was
yet,
skating
though.
too.
Was
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's practicing, but he's
They're
skating.
like, oh,
Honestly, that kid is probably like, thank you.
yeah.
I'm not ready, thank you.
I want to go home, mama.
Yeah. You know who can't go home, but probably well, I don't know if he wants to or not, but he's not giving the opportunity to. Niemi can't go home.
Oh God.
No,
He is now on.
No,
Why?
He can't find a home.
Yeah, I know. Pittsburgh, Florida, and now
He
Montreal.
didn't even last in Florida.
No,
for,
I think
he
it was
played
2 games.
2 games.
Two games.
He was like what, a high 5 goals against or something like that.
High five. Yeah.
High five.
I think
no,
so.
he walked into Florida, got a high five for being in Florida, and then left. That's what he got. And yeah, now he's in Montreal.
Yeah.
Which, okay, Montreal just sticking to the, having just a third, fourth line team. Why not throw a third, fourth line goalie
Yeah, I
out
know.
there? But it doesn't. That doesn't make sense to me for Montreal because I mean you got Carey. I understand he's hurt, but the kid that's been playing has been playing well.
Yeah,
Well,
but Montoya has
Montoya
a
just
concussion.
went on the IR.
Oh, so you need a backup.
Yeah.
He's gonna get thrown on waivers once Carey comes back, and
Yeah.
fucking somebody else will pick him up.
Vegas is probably like, yeah, we probably should
Mm-hmm.
put a claim in there.
San Jose, they're gonna make a run for him again. They're gonna bring him back. Come on home. You want him to go home? There he is.
I know Bowman's track record.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that's the guy who's gonna replace Forsberg.
Please, God, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you people complain about Forsberg.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
wait, it
Just
can get worse.
remember.
It
It'll
can
get
get worse.
Remember. Yeah, I don't know how. Okay, I don't know how he has a job in the NHL. Obviously, he's just gonna be a suitcase just for whenever they need it. Instead of throwing their
If I'm
emergency
Niemi,
backup.
I'm like, all right, this is it.
Let me get through every team so I can have not even a bucket, like just a sticker on my suitcase from every city.
He's gonna look like Tim Thomas did when he got to Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With his
Shit.
Florida Panthers
Florida-
gear.
Yeah, but like this dark green pads. Ugh, gross.
Red helmet.
Red helmet. It was bad. That was terrible.
So with
That's when my hatred for Tim Thomas like really solidified. I
With
didn't
my-
like him before, but I hated Tim Thomas after that.
with Montreal picking him up, does that mean? I mean, is there something more to the Carey Price that they're not saying, or is it just strictly Montoya?
No, I think
Florida-
it's strictly Montoya.
Florida had him for 2 games. Why can't Montreal do it too?
Yeah.
Fair. Because I mean, I've been hearing like conflicting reports with Price. I hear like, oh no, it's minor, and people are like, well, if it's minor,
The only thing that it's minor, it's probably a minor thing, but he heals slowly.
and
He's
people,
not a
and
guy
I've
that
also
bounces
heard
back
it's the
quick.
same injury.
It's a repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm hearing too.
And honestly, if I was Price, I wouldn't be in any rush
Hell
to
no.
get back either.
No.
Hell
and
no.
Honestly, if I'm the Canadians GM coach, I'm just like, take your time. Like
Take
you're
a
our
race.
shining. Yeah. Take a race. Go fucking ride one of your horses and take a race.
Honestly, if I'm Mark Bergevin, I'm like, you can stay up for as long as you want.
Yeah.
Our goaltender's actually playing well now. Thank you. You can sit down for a
we're
little bit.
getting wins.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even if Montreal like loses with this any goalie, I mean, if they get set up to get a high draft pick next year, they need some sort of scoring. So
Yeah.
go after somebody that's
Supposed to be a good draft year.
Yeah,
So
and there were rumors that Tavares might go to Montreal. So I mean, if they get a top 3 pick in Tavares and a healthy price, completely different team.
Shut Carey down right now. Shut him down.
Just shut him down. End of the you're done.
trade away
bud.
Montoya.
fun fact, Montreal has the exact same amount of points as the Hawks do right now.
Oh, that's not a fun fact.
At least we're not the Coyotes, right?
Am I right? Am I right?
It is bad how much
Malcolm's my
enjoyment
dog.
I'm getting out of it.
Malcolm's my dog.
Coyotes, first team in NHL history to not have any regulation wins in their first 20 games. It's hard to do that.
I was shocked.
You gotta they're trying.
Yeah.
They're breaking records, but like the not kind of records you want. But
Yeah.
on the top of the NHL news, it's like and Arizona breaks another record. And it's like, oh dude, Arizona's killing it.
Getting Seattle pumped up. This is what's
Yeah.
coming to
Oh
you.
my god. I don't
I
know.
Seattle's probably like,
We don't want
destroy
it
the
anymore.
rink, destroy the rink, take the rink down, blow it up.
Put basketball or a boxing
Yeah.
match in there.
They're at -33
Yeah.
differential.
Yeah,
Nick
I know.
Jalmerson has to hate life right now.
Poor bastard. Yeah, and Tampa, by the way, is a +25. Oh my god, and they have 2 regulation losses. They're so fucking tight. So fucking tight.
I don't see them not winning the Stanley Cup.
No.
And if I think I listened to the last Steve Dangle podcast, they were talking about that too. And Steve's like, they don't win the Stanley Cup, it's their fault. They generally fucked up, and it's
it's either their fault or injury.
Yeah.
I can't see if they stay healthy. I can't imagine anybody beating them.
Yeah. Ever since the 2015 year when they lost in the final, I feel like they've just been a monster, but injuries have been screwing them.
Yeah, they probably should have won the cup in 2016, but Ben Bishop got hurt in the East final.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, they could have won in 2015 without injuries.
Yeah.
Tyler Johnson and
Stammer.
I really
And
wish
then a
we had
healthy
audio
Bishop
right
too.
now.
Healthy Bishop, yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish we had audio right now.
Yeah.
For what we're not watching.
Yeah, no. For
I don't believe we have any writing pine.
No, I do got one more stat I saw today.
Okay.
With Montreal, with Edmonton, where they're at right now. It's not because of McDavid. He has 50% of their goals. He has something to do with them. They have 44 goals. He's got 22. Like 22 points.
Oh, I was gonna say he does not have 22 goals. I
No,
have,
he's
I
got
have
like-
him on my fantasy.
He's got like
squad.
22. He's got like
completely
22
inaccurate.
He's
points.
been a part of
Yeah.
50% of their goals.
Yeah.
That's what
Gotcha.
you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but
So
do more.
yeah.
Do more. Do 75%.
You are the best player in the league. Like
Crosby.
He's getting choked.
11 game goalless drought. He broke it yesterday. Fuck off.
Goalless drought.
Yeah.
But they
They
traded.
McDavid. Okay, well, look where the Pens are at.
I don't have time to get in this debate with you. Next time.
All right.
Honestly, you're just saying that. We have time. You're just saying that because you're in a mood today,
No,
and you
I-
know you'll lose.
I do have to leave.
Oh, I gotta go to practice.
I do have to go to practice. All right. Yep.
I know more about you, the players, because I coach. I know what players are good. I have a mustache. I'm a real coach.
I know you sound like Pinocchio. What the fuck is going on?
I'm a real boy.
God damn it. I had a writing pine question, but now I can't remember it.
Fuck you.
Way to ruin the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably our
I
worst
ruined
one.
it.
This is our worst one, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
By far.
Thanks to you, Poets.
Can we just call this, the Passmore?
I
City train
think it's
wreck?
perfect that this is the Passmore.
And we'll call it-
because this is the worst one.
Subtitle train wreck.
Yeah.
Struggle.
Struggle bus.
Yeah.
Hashtag struggle.
Okay.
All right. Well, don't do that. The hell?
Sorry.
All right, guys. Sorry for wasting your time.
Thanks. Come back next time.
Yes, please.
We'll be better next time.
Yeah.
No promises.
Hopefully.
Can
For
only go
Poets,
up from here.
Nolly,
right? It's better than the first episode we ever did.
and Jarom. Oh God,
So I mean, we're doing better.
that was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. People stuck it out.
Yeah. I
So
don't
did
know why.
we. So did we.
Yeah.
I don't know why we did.
No, I don't know.
But look at us now. We got posters and stuff.
And Olympians coming onto our show.
And NHLers.
Saborski, yeah.
Nailed it.
All right. All right, guys.
All
Thanks
right.
for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Have a wonderful day.
Oh, Jesus
Have a day.
Christ.
Have a day.
Have a good one. Oh Jesus Christ! Shut.
Follow the guys on Twitter at WCBP, on Instagram, WCBPodcast, and like them on Facebook, the Windy City Benders Podcast. The Windy City Benders Podcast.